Hey there, hi there, there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. What's up? How's your 2026 going so far? That's right, we're doing a little bit of an earlier video today. I know it's almost 8 o'clock. Earlier is crazy to say, but as many of you do know, we have been posting pretty late here recently. But I just wanted to really talk about the state of Fallout and the TV show that they're doing right now. Mostly just because it is kind of, in a way, getting worse, dare I say, which is really sad to say because the season one was really good, and then now they're just kind of treading downhill, which really sucks. But it kind of had to happen, I guess, which is fine, I suppose. But I wanted to cover how I'm a little upset that everybody in every faction in Fallout New Vegas, or from Fallout New Vegas, I should say, in this season, is pretty much getting the same treatment. All right? Amazon is really killing the New Vegas that we remember. Okay? With the new season of Fallout TV, Amazon has been working tirelessly to push Fallout out in front and center. From the, stim packs at Dave's Hot Chicken over to them putting the operators of Maxis the Ghoul and what's her name? The girl, the Vault Dweller, Lucy, into Call of Duty as playable operators with a Fallout themed event right now and mini battle pass. And they've really been trying to get people to fall in love with this bigger world. All right, and that's really awesome. I really like Fallout. I've been a huge fan of Fallout for a very long time. Fallout New Vegas is unironically my favorite one, as I'm sure a lot of people have been saying recently. Whether it was always their favorite one or they just came to realize that now, who knows? I remember playing Fallout 3 and then going to Fallout New Vegas, and they switched back the perk system where you got to perk every other level instead of every level, and my brother hated it, and to this day he denies that. But I remember vividly that he would not give Fallout New Vegas a chance because of that, because they limited the amount of perks you got. But they added earnable perks and up to level 50. So it really evened out in the long run. But that's a time for, or a story for another time. All right. And after the first massive success of the first season, fans of the game were excited for Amazon to continue forming a great environment that was not only lore accurate but game accurate. The show has done a really good job of being an adaptation for Fallout 4 and Fallout 76's world and design as a whole, as well as adapting some of that older lore from back in the day. Now, I am going to jump around here a little bit based on the factions. I'm not going to talk about them in the order that they showed up, just because I don't want to go back and rewatch again for the exact order that they're in. But just know, I tried to cover like the main 5 or so from the game that I recognize are here already. And then I kind of want to touch up on the strip itself, because I really feel like they've done a really poor job of the strip, Freeside, and most of the direction of these guys. They, I should say, have kind of taken the direction of where the show was really going in the beginning and kind of done a U-turn. And we'll go ahead and start off with the Brotherhood. All right. Unfortunately, that is far from what we have gotten. Now, obviously, and what I mean by what they have gotten, or what we have gotten, is them continuing to build a lore-accurate world. And that's just because with the Brotherhood themselves, let's just go off of, what we know and have seen so far. And that is that the Brotherhood are all pretty much doofuses. They're idiots. Sorry, I have a piece of fucking popcorn kernel stuck in my teeth right there. They're really stupid. They're dumb. They don't... they act like they're in a boys' club to some degree. They're all, giggly and shit. They always make dumb, stupid jokes like they're just fucking Giga Chads. And I get it. They're in power armor and they're supposed to be we're these hunks. We're, badasses, da-da-da-da-da. But then it makes the rest of them just seem like they're just bitches, and they're the knights bitches, which to some degree the squires are. But in the games, there was relatively little to no humor for the Brotherhood very often, even from the Brotherhood outcasts. And I just feel like, yeah, it is a comedy, but they're kind of turning the Brotherhood into like a mockery of what the Brotherhood is in the game. And off rip, they get this sense of like they're gonna start a coup, which is fine. That's cool. I think that'd be an interesting storyline for sure, and have all of the different factions of the Brotherhood join together in rebellion, and then you get the guy who represents the Commonwealth's faction coming in. I forget his name. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna say we're going to be going into spoilers up to episode 4. This has been written up until episode 4. Okay, and you get the Commonwealth Knight, who definitely makes a good point of the Knights run the shit up in the Commonwealth, because they do. You know, they're badass. They are more of what you see the Brotherhood as in the game, whereas this faction of the Brotherhood is ran by a bunch of bitches. A bunch of fucking loser bitches that just make jokes all the time. It's fucking ridiculous. You know, lo and behold, Maxis does end up killing him because he's going to kill some ghouls. Basically making Maxis a traitor on what the Brotherhood's values are, which is cool. Nice character development. And then he goes, you know, he wants to go kill the Elder and basically see if he can prevent this war from starting, only to come to find out that this whole time while he's doing that, because he killed the Commonwealth Knight, he puts the guy from the last season, his old squire, I forget the fucker's name, he's not really relevant anymore either, he's just a ghoul, in the power armor knight, or in the power armor of the Brotherhood of the knight that died, that he killed. Same fucking fiasco that he did in the first season, mind you, so it's just a reuse of the same strategy, because that worked so fucking well. And it's just goes on to play that this Brotherhood Knight is fucking stupid, and they don't have any eyebrows raised. Before they can even figure it out, the other factions are fucking at each other's necks, killing each other. And I just feel like it's such a left turn from how I perceived the Brotherhood in the games to how they're making it out on this screen. Like, it to the layman who's never played the games, they're gonna play the games and be like, oh, the Brotherhood are a bunch of fucking bros, and then you get there and they're not. They're like a fucking a vetted military faction that is a bunch of fascists that are trying to steal all the technology for themselves, you know? And that's just not how they're kind of perceiving, or how they are perceived in this iteration. Next, we have the Great Khans. The Great Khans are very quick with the screen. They don't get a whole lot of screen time, mainly being that they're supposed to be like these vetted drug dealers, and, you know, they eventually want to join the Caesar's Legion and stuff, but all we get to see of them is that they've kidnapped the ghoul, they're going to kill him. And here's a side gripe. Novak, which is where we see the fucking Great Khans, is like I don't even know how to describe it. It's not Novak, bro. The dinosaur's facing the wrong way. All right? How could Boone have shot that old fucking bitch with the motels if the dinosaur was facing the center of the town? Please, riddle me that, motherfucker. Riddle me that. Anywho, the Great Khans are okay from what you see, but they all kind of seem like they're junkies themselves, whereas in the games, the junkies just didn't seem like that. I don't know. I'm envisioning this one specific one that looks fucking stupid, but that's just a gripe of my own. Great Khans overall from the rest of them kind of did okay representing them, but I still can't get over Novak, bro. Was the guy who fucking did it for the show like dyslexic or something? He couldn't figure out the fucking direction for the dinosaur. Really? It's not the same. It's just not the fucking same. All right. And then next we have the Legion, which we got for one fucking episode, who again are all at war with each other and are all going to end up killing each other at the end of the episode. And don't even get me started on the two Caesars, who look fucking stupid. Don't barely but say anything. They're weak iterations of what the old Caesar would have been. There's no way that those two fuckers should have been sitting on that chair. Because I'd be damned if this fucking Caesar's Legion in Fallout New Vegas, the game, would ever let a bitch talk to them that they let the way they let Lucy talk to them in this fucking episode, bro. They would have cut that bitch's tongue out, beat her, put her up on the stick, or done far worse that I can't say out loud. Right? They were not intimidating. They were not scary. There was a lot of them at first, and then it comes to find out that they're in this tiny ass fucking camp. Not to mention the fucking the wannabe Leggett Lanius, Lacerda Leggett, who turns out to be Macaulay Culkin. The Leggett Lanius in the game is intimidating as fuck. He's like one of the last enemies you fight at the Battle of the Hoover Dam, and he's bad mamma jamma. He's hard, you know. He's difficult. He's intimidating. He's imposing. He towers over you almost, or at least it implies that he's supposed to. Yeah, you sock it to him real good. You know what I mean? But Macaulay Culkin, bro, for real? Of all characters they could have got that fucker to play, they got him to play Lacerda Leggett, who I'm supposed to believe is a second in command in Caesar's Legion. Or at least this iteration of Caesar's Legion. Come on, bro. Just a weak, disgraceful fucking iteration of these guys. And a disgrace to what they would have been from the game, right? Next, we have the Kings. I'm so fucking sick of them saying that all of these different factions that are from the game are of a lost time. They've all crumbled. They've all crumbled. It's only been 15 years. It's only been fucking 15 years. Do you expect me to believe that Freeside is completely obliterated? The Strip is completely obliterated? All of the Kings are ghouls, including the King himself, which if you didn't fucking notice that, that's right. The King, the leader of the Kings, is in this episode for fucking a split 45 seconds. Not even, probably 10. And he's a ghoul? Where the fuck is their school at? What happened? Hopefully we get a better explanation in the second fucking half of the season, because we're at the halfway point now, so hopefully we'll get something there. But like, what the fuck? They could have flushed out the story for these guys so much more, but instead they're just like, remember this? Remember these guys? They ain't shit now. They just keep doing it. Lastly, we're going to come across the NCR, which the NCR, whew, man, oh man, do I have disappointment for you if you liked them. The Ranger's not impressive. The Ranger in the combat armor is not impressive. And I wish I could say anybody fucking else, but that's literally the only two fucking Ranger, or the only two NCR members we really get. There's like 3 or 4 others, but they're very short-lived. These are the only twos that have had like a flush out of their character. You know, did I expect us to meet Courier 6 or Boone or fucking Raul? No. But why is it that every faction has come to an end? And it doesn't really give an explanation. It seems, at least what I've been seeing online, that a lot of people are assuming that Courier 6 was just kind of written out of the equation. That they just kind of retconned them. But why are all of these... Who won the Battle of Hoover Dam? Are we led to believe that it's Mr. House? Because if it was Mr. House, why are all of the fucking Securitrons in New Vegas destroyed at the entrance to New Vegas of the strip, or the Strip? Like what higher imposing power took out Mr. House? Because honestly, if we're really looking at it, it's kind of like they chose that the Caesar's Legion won the Battle of Hoover Dam, and then somebody took them out. Somebody killed Caesar, and then they split off into 2 factions. Hard to believe, though. Anywho, I just feel like they're really kind of killing the series right now, and I'm not happy about that, because apparently there's a remake for Fallout 3 in New Vegas coming out soon, and I really hope those are good. Apparently these events that are happening in this game are supposed to, shape what Fallout 5 is going to be, and that's fucking scary if they're going to just rewrite how every fucking character's been in the series. Like, yeah, you have one-offs of each of them being, like, funny and shit, but not every character in every faction is the same fucking character, and that's what it kind of feels like. I don't know. What are y'all's opinions on this? Do you guys, are y'all seeing are y'all picking up what I'm putting down, or am I fucking psycho? I don't know, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Hit that like, hit that sub, all that jazz. Peace.